Ghost with the 3, 2.
You love to see it. You love to see it.
Okay, now I got the right screen. You stopped sharing and it threw off my layout. You jerk.
Oh no.
Oh shit! Sorry,
No,
I'm trying to figure out what screen I want to have on, but
Ju-
I'm just giving up. We're
Just
too
leave
late
it for now.
Yep, that's fair.
We're here.
Oh gosh, yeah, I'm watching the stream on my other monitor and it's way delayed.
Yeah, it's always delayed to some degree. We're not instant to the internet. God, that'd be terrible. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Live on Two Wheels, Season 4, Episode 2. We're consistent. How's it going? How are you guys doing? Pat, I've seen you all day, but we haven't talked in 45 minutes. How are you, bud? We missed you last episode, you bastard.
Yeah. I was busy doing what we're talking about today, which was sitting on an airplane.
What a great segue to the title of the show.
Oh my gosh.
110% was on an airplane, moderately inebriated, trying
Who
to figure
gives
out how
a
to get
shit?
live to work. Oh, okay.
Patrick, that was so rude of you to cut Patrick off like that.
Seriously.
Jeez, say you're sorry. Do we have a I'm sorry from Patrick emoji or soundbite? Because that would be actually hilarious.
Sorry,
if you
that's not in the repertoire.
Sorry, in the repertoire. Yeah, from what I understand, excuse you. From what I understand today, we are talking about the Super Cruiser.
Yep,
and
buddy.
Pat, you're gonna be leading this one, bud, because all I know is the video we put out today, I believe, is of Pat's press launch. Harley invited us out. We got to do. Patrick got to do the road glide, street glide, road glide CVO ST on track.
Yep.
So next week, we're going to be putting out the press launch for the road glide and the street glide, like the street course. But today we put out the track video of Patrick riding around a fucking Harley-Davidson road glide, or was it a street glide?
Road glide.
It was a road glide.
Road glide. I kept saying street glide because I'm dumb and uncoordinated.
Also, shout out to our editor Chris, because I guess y'all's solution to that was to like the bassiest voiceover of road glide every time Patrick said street glide. I didn't even notice that. I didn't even notice that until the video went live this morning and I was premiering it, because that was the first time I had seen that edit. I thought it was hilarious. Hold on, you guys talk for a second. My audio is telling me it's coming out of the wrong thing.
Well,
so yeah,
you sound great.
Talk amongst yourselves.
I'm not super concerned, but if we sound good to you, then it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Well, no. I want I got this nice microphone. I want you guys to be able to hear me nicely. You know what I mean?
Oh, speaking of a nice microphone, hold on. Let me start the show off right.
I didn't hear you nicely.
Oh, God. Oh no, my audio set right. Okay, Discord's just being dumb.
Didn't really hear it that much.
Oh, no, you didn't hear it at all.
If you got the noise cancellation on Discord.
Noise canceling on my Discord, so that probably makes sense.
Terrible.
Actually, should probably turn it off.
That's as disappointing as I am. Damn.
The good thing is, after last week's live show, I realized that my audio interface is slightly different now, and I lowered my volume. So now I shouldn't be peaking for everyone and sound like shit.
Good.
Yay. Okay, so everything's working. Cool. Let's start getting through the show, ladies and gentlemen. We already talked about what we're going to be talking about today. I am excited to dig into Patrick's brain about all this Harley stuff. I did get to see one of these in person, and they're sick, but I can't wait to talk more with Pat about that. And get into all those details. Oh, I guess we'll do that now then. Okay, so Pat, tell us about what's special about the model that you rode and all that kind of stuff. Let's start there.
Well, I mean, before I even start talking about the models, I want to talk about that experience.
Yes,
I will accept that.
Yeah, mainly because that's what's
a Harley on a track. Please tell me more about that.
Yeah, but even just Harley did such a good job taking care of us out there. Like, had a personal car from the airport, 45 minutes to Lake Las Vegas to a beautiful hotel. Like great food the entire time, super cool restaurants. We like just had a blast. Was extremely well like logistically laid out.
Okay.
As it pertains to like the actual bike, we rode the CVO Road Glide ST, which is about a $43,000 bike.
Oh,
Dude, if
Yep.
if I was on a track with a $45,000 Harley,
43.
I would shit myself right before I just drove the piss out of it or rode the piss out of it.
Yep. That's pretty much something
Did
like
that factor in at all with your push it level? Because it would have to have.
No.
you did the.
Hold on, pause. Sorry, guys. We have found out since last episode, we've done a little digging, and I, unfortunately, have way too much power in my hands. So you might have noticed when I did like this or like that, I get balloons. There's a lot more than that. I'm going to
didn't call 'em
save my
bubbles.
favorite one. I didn't call them bubbles, but I can make bubbles happen.
Oh my god.
Apple has all this stuff built into the things, and I have one that I love. I can also make it rain if I'm sad.
Oh,
There's so many things, dude. I'm not even going to spend it all the time. Okay, whenever we find the right moment, I'm going to do the big one. But anyway,
I know which one you're
Patrick, continue. Sorry.
But no. Like,
You're good to continue.
boo.
I'm sorry.
But honestly, like, I didn't really think about it. With it being $45,000, I really didn't care.
Really? You were just able to... No, I'm just going to go ride this thing.
If I die, I die. Whatever.
Good
Well-
mentality to have, bud. Jesus Christ.
Listen, they've got good insurance. We were there with the Wyman family: Travis Wyman, Cody Wyman, and Kyle Wyman.
Right.
Their whole-
So many
whole
Wymans.
The whole entire Harley-Davidson race team, like their King of the Baggers team.
Mhm.
Super cool. I had no stress. It was great.
I would have been stressed out. Like maybe it would have like gone away after a minute, but like I know for a fact, the moment like the first 2 laps around the track, I would have been like hyper fixated on every little thing because like that's a big whoopsie, like cost wise. If something goes down, if you come in too hot to a turn, or was it set up to where like you guys didn't really get to just full send them?
We were booking it a good bit, especially in the last couple sessions. The first session
Did anybody run off the track?
it wasn't me. It wasn't me. That's the important thing.
Yeah, that's a oof for sure.
Mhm.
God. Okay. Well, I'm glad you didn't. I
No,
would like to be invited out to more Harley events and be like, hey, we would invite you guys, but Pat sent a $45,000 bike into the Las Vegas hills
Into an
on
airport.
accident.
Yeah.
he's over there
Oh,
in the
well.
Bellagio fountains.
Yeah. Just, dude, that would have been a viral video. I ramped a Harley into the Bellagio fountains. Please don't do that. Please, just
I
don't.
have no desire.
Yes, but continue, please. Tell us all the things.
But yeah, like the on-track experience was great. Again, the whole Harley race team was out there. We started the day pretty early. I think we had breakfast at 7, and then we got on this very beautifully adorned bus, like leather reclining seats, screens everywhere. Like
Sounds like a Las Vegas thing, if I'm gonna be honest. I've never been to Las Vegas, but like in what I assume Las Vegas to be, a fancy bus thing seems to be part of it.
yeah, Hundo P. Like fancy bus thing was super cool. But even more so that like we got to the track, they were all set up already. It was the outside road course at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. And if you were to like look at like a Google Maps thing of the Las Vegas Motor Speedway, it's just on the southwest side of the track. It faces like an active Air Force base. So the entire day we had tons of sick airplanes flying overhead and taking off and landing.
That's crazy and distracting.
I mean, a little bit. It was extremely loud. I will tell you that. I'm surprised that the audio and the video didn't pick it up so much. It was extremely loud.
I was gonna say your audio was pretty great from that event, so I was I'm surprised that worked out so well.
I just
Yeah, I mean,
figured
it
out I
was-
could do polls.
I saw that. I just voted on it too because I have
Let us know how many of you guys have been to Las Vegas with the poll in the chat. That's cool. Ghost
Ooh.
just finding shit out.
We need to be
That's-
careful when we say Las Vegas poll.
That's what I feel about your poll.
Gross.
Oh, that's a statement that I don't want. Ooh.
That's what she said.
Rewinding that one back. Okay, cool. So Las Vegas was awesome. It was super loud, and you got to ride a super expensive bike on track. Before we dig into more details, is there anything else about the experience you would like to share with the people here?
That day was really cool. We got done with the first session, and then we went to lunch, which was inside of the oval. So we all climbed on the bus real quick, just drove inside the track. They had like catered lunch, some really good barbecue in there. It was pretty slapping. And then went back, kind of got done with lunch, went back out to the track, did kind of a sit down like style classroom session with Travis, Kyle, and Cody.
Was that before you guys rode anything?
No, we rode the first session before lunch.
So they just like sent you out on the track, and then it was like kind of the info situation.
Basically, yeah. I mean, I think the first group went out for the info, went out on the track first.
Mhm.
My group, we sat through an info session.
Right.
And then we went out on track, and they did an info session while we were out on track, and then they just did more info after lunch.
Got it.
Yeah.
No, that's cool.
It was a lot of fun. And then I guess after lunch we did 4 more sessions, I think.
You got 4 sessions on the track?
In the afternoon. We had 5 total.
Wow.
Bro, holy shit. That's a lot of that's as many sessions as I got in South Africa for the entire event.
Yeah. I mean, it was
That's
very, very
crazy.
cool. No, they're not.
Wow,
Again,
so
they're
you
like,
guys got plenty of time.
oh yeah, they're follow sessions. So like my group followed Travis the whole time. So like, as you guys saw in the video, like the last couple of laps of the last session, we were starting to push. I don't think I really pushed more than probably 6/10 or 7/10, just because I'm on a bike I'm not ultra familiar with. I'm on a $45,000 bike I don't own. I didn't really care that it was expensive. It's just it's not mine, so I don't want to break it.
Yeah. Fair enough.
And you don't want to be the one to
It
run off the
could have
track.
been a $5,000 bike. Yeah, exactly.
He doesn't want to be the guy that everybody goes home and tells everybody on their podcast about.
Yeah, I mean it could have been a $5,000 bike, and I'd still be worried because it's not mine.
Yeah. That's
Oh,
fair.
tell me more about this riding bikes that aren't yours thing.
Yeah.
It's terrifying.
Yeah, you have
Literally, 95% of my riding experience from
at
bikes I
least
don't
95,
own.
my guy. At
Kind of
least.
dumb. I feel weird riding my own bike. Like that's the contrast. And so what specifically was the model that you rode on track called?
It was
And
the
versus the 2 you
CVO
rode the next day.
Sure. So the on-track bike was the CVO Road Glide ST. The ones
Okay.
I rode the next day, which that video is not out yet, is
Right.
the standard base model Road Glide and the standard base model Street Glide.
Awesome. I figured that with this episode, we can kind of talk about the track stuff, and we can talk about the second day other Harley situations, and that way people can kind of get like a little heads up on what the video is going to be. I think that will come out next week, if I understand correctly.
That is correct. Next Thursday.
So before we get into that, let's take a little break and do our Moto Photo shout out, and then we'll get to the details of the comparison of the two bikes. So if you guys are new here, we have a Discord channel or a Discord server that you guys can click in the link in the description and go to. We have an area there. We have tons of stuff on Discord, so there's it's like a playground over there. But
and you're
there
showing
is
up
a
in there
section.
now.
I thank you for noticing that, Ghost, because I am killing it.
Oh my god.
Oh, there it comes. Oh, and I do want to say that, after, the last few years of us working together, last week you did accept the friend request on Discord. So it's like,
Okay.
Finally.
I got a notification. I was like, oh, okay, what's this? See, Chase on 2 Wheels has accepted your friend.
Okay, I would
Finally.
okay, pause. Before we get into this, I would like to explain myself.
I got friend zoned.
I am new to Discord and I am learning what is there and what can be done, and I did not realize that there were friend requests. I thought this whole time that little ghost emoji thing on the side was just there because we were already like communicated. I was like, oh, okay, I'm new here. Anyway, go check out our Discord. I'm actually on there. That's the banner. But seriously, there is a section in Discord called Moto Photo. It is probably my favorite segment because I love photos. I'm a picture dude.
You're gonna share your
So what I'm
screen?
gonna do is show you. Yeah, I'm gonna show you guys my screen, and we're gonna do some little shout out, boys. First up, we got Discord user Fohammer with the Honda 125. Wait, what is that little
Trail
thing?
125.
Trail 120.
Trail 125.
Yeah.
I knew it was. I couldn't remember the name. In my head, this guy is like a really like super level technician on a home, and this is what he rides around in. He's got his little Milwaukee toolbox on the back.
Yeah,
Bro, how hilarious would it be? You go to this dude's website, he's got like tons of reviews, and you're like, bro, I need you to fix my house. And then you fucking book him, and he pulls up on this with a little Milwaukee toolbox. I would die. I would literally die. I love this. We have a nice ride today. That looks like a phenomenal little ride and absolutely hilarious. The Milwaukee box actually looks like it is pulling double duty as a backrest as well. So
it looks like it belongs, to be honest.
It's an OEM accessory.
it's a collaboration between Honda and Milwaukee. Honestly, there's been weirder collaborations. All right, moving right along, we have
Clarify, that is not
Discord-
actually a Honda and Milwaukee collaboration.
Yes, to be clear, I don't fucking know. Next up, we have Discord user A Garcia 16 with an absolutely sick ZX6R. That is a fantastic color. I do not see enough of these in the wild, and I really wish I did. I need to get on more Kawasaki's. We are trying to figure that out. Fantastic photo, fantastic bike. Thank you for submitting. Bro, next up, Discord user 2Wheels to relax. Fucking amen. We have a Triumph Scrambler with what the hell is this cowhide seat? Oh,
I don't know,
my
but dude, it
goodness.
looks. I'm about it.
I'm
Skid plate,
100%
cowhide
here
seat,
for this.
but very, very road-going tires. But
Yeah,
you know what?
this is interesting. And then that's a MTO9, I believe, behind him. It looks like a 9. It could be a 7 though. I don't know.
No,
who
that's
the
a
hell
9.
knows.
That big old. I'm pretty sure that's a 9. Yeah, that giant ass stator cover sticking out.
These are two bikes that I find interesting riding together because I feel like the average MTO9 rider is not the same as the average Triumph Scrambler rider. Do you guys agree with that?
That's fair.
I like this does not seem like the guy that rides with this guy. But this is interesting. I want more information about this. 2Wheels to relax. I need more information on who is who and how do you guys ride? Like, what type of riding do you guys like to do? All right, moving along, we have Quadlock, which is a sponsor for the channel. Thank you guys for submitting your photos to Moto Photo. We love showing them on the show, and we will continue to. So keep sending your motos to the photos. You know.
Yeah.
Cool. Alrighty.
Goonie, you went ridiculous on the comment section of that video today. I was worried you were on drugs. What happened?
I thought Goonie had a stroke when I was
Yeah.
looking. What in the hell is my screen doing?
I think it's Goonie being Goonie, but
It might
Actually,
just be
fair
Goonie
enough.
being Goonie. That's fair.
oh, but shout
argue
out,
with that.
Goonie has a 1-year helmet next to his name. We've hit 1 year on membership, so,
Woo! I'm seeing a couple of the red helmets. Shout out to
Yeah.
y'all.
so big day.
Yeah, if you guys don't know, the helmets are members, and the number next to the helmet is how many months or years they've been a supporter. So I think it's this episode is the first episode where we've had 1 year long members, correct?
That is
because that's
correct.
like we started a year ago doing the membership. So that's really awesome. Thank all of you guys that have any of the 1 year or any of the helmets, any of the members. Thank you guys.
The OG members, thank you.
So they should
Yeah,
be
you
able
guys
to
are
do their
fantastic.
membership chat to make a noise. I'm just saying.
Oh, interesting. Mystic, you do have. I guess Mystic was messaging to find out if he did have his membership thing. You do.
You do.
Congratulations, my friend. You found it out yourself. Okay, so Pat, give us the lowdown. We'll get back to the motorcycles now while everybody plays around with their helmets. So give us the lowdown on what the Road Glide and the Street Glide are as far as Harley's lineup and like where do they fall? Because I think we all know. I have no idea about anything Harley. Like I know I have a Sportster S. You know what I mean? Like I love it. That is that and the Pan America.
Yeah, the Pan
The more I
America's
talk,
great.
the more I realize I love almost every Harley that I've ever. And anyway, continue, please.
Yep. Well, these are no different, to be honest. So essentially, Harley used to have 3 different models of both the Road Glide and the Street Glide. They have since gone
3
down
models
to
of each.
correct. They had like a
Holy
Road Glide Limited, and a Road Glide Tour, and then a Street Glide Limited, Street Glide Tour.
Okay.
So now what they're doing is they're offering a base Road Glide and a base Street Glide, and that is how they come. And then at the dealer, there are accessory packages you can get that are dealer installed to kind of build if you wanted to build the Tour model again, or if you wanted to do the 121 that the CVO has, and you wanted to, they have like a CVO, like a CVO ST package basically. Like the CVO ST is a model, but they have a package that like puts a bunch of the performance parts on one of the base model bikes.
That's kind of cool. I that's one of the things I get confused about when there's multiple models of the same bike.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you start having to get into the weeds about like, well, does this model have that one thing that I want but not the other thing? It doesn't really make sense to me to offer a pre-built customized bike.
Yeah,
so that's good to know that they're going towards like just pick your own shit. You know?
Pick your flavor, and that's very much like speaking to a lot of the Harley people at the event. Is that like people who are into Harleys and like know a lot about them, know all those individual models and all the intricacies, but they want to reach a more broad audience, and offering a base bike with a bunch of different packages is definitely a better way to go on that front. It's not as intimidating to a new rider because you can buy the base bike and then later go add the tour pack or later go add the sport pack, or you can.
So there's no pressure up front to be like, you got to grab it now or something like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Is there? I only say this because of the first ride that's coming out tomorrow. Are there any upgrades to the motorcycle that are digital that you have to pay for to be unlocked?
No. Well, hold on.
Don't tell me that. No.
No, like the navigation, but that's pretty standard.
I don't know
like
if that counts.
Even on cars.
I mean, like, how many people use navigation on their bike?
Yeah, here's the thing: all 3 of these bikes have Apple CarPlay. Plug your phone in. You don't need navigation.
Oh, bro, then there's no shot then.
Yeah.
Like, I'm already gonna put a quad lock on my handlebars, and then I'm gonna navigate on my phone almost 100% of the time.
Yep.
Like, unless these motorcycle companies go Apple CarPlay, I literally could not care less about your navigation.
Like I love
but
quad
I
locks.
will say,
it's a great product.
Say what?
But on these, I love quad locks. I do.
Yeah.
But it doesn't necessarily make sense on this bike.
I mean, the bike's also $45,000. So
yeah. Well, I'm saying even the base Road Glide Street Glide, they're $24,000. Because they have CarPlay and there's like a cubby for you to put your phone that has.
Yeah, you just put your phone in there. It's also safer too because I'm dumb and I'll mess with my phone during while I'm riding. Definitely shouldn't do that. Don't do that, people.
Don't do that. Not recommended. It's a quick way.
Don't do that.
Quick way to have a bad time.
Put a disclaimer on here.
Disclaimer. Is this a thing? Can I? No. Okay. Apple didn't have anything for that. Disclaimer.
Mark is memorized by my snacking. I have a giant ass box of your bag of popcorn.
Oh,
Boom,
dude,
chicka pop.
that popcorn. Oh wait, that's the sweet kind, right?
Yeah, it's Boom Chicka Pop, the kettle corn. I've been
AKA disgusting.
So good.
Savage animal.
It's delicious.
Okay, so where do these bikes fall in the Harley lineup? Like, are they mid-range? Are they high? Obviously, the $45,000 boy is probably high up there, but like, are these like mid-level bikes before they get modified, or what are we looking at?
Yeah, for the most part, to be honest. Let me pull it up just so I can not be talking out of my ass.
No,
Um,
please do.
let me see here.
Talking crap.
I believe they fall into like the Great American Touring Bike is what they call it.
Okay.
That's like their class of motorcycles. So they
Okay.
offer sport, adventure touring, trike, cruiser, and Great American Touring.
Okay.
Great American Touring is where you're going to find Road King Special, Street Glide, Road Glide. And then they still have, because I guess they still have 23 stuff, Road Glide Limited. They have an Ultra Limited. I don't
Gotcha.
know what that is. I think that's an Ultra Glide, which is a street glide with a bunch of stuff on it.
This is where all the confusingness comes in when you get
Exactly.
like
There's so many
multiple
glides.
models. Yeah, it's like how many glides can one man handle?
Yeah. So I think
Interesting.
the idea going forward is they're trying to simplify the lineup quite a good bit. So these do fall into that Great American Touring. For reference, like your Sportster, Nightster are going to be your sport bikes. Obviously, the Pan Am is your adventure touring. The trikes, so your Tri Glide, your Freewheeler, and the Road Glide 3, which is just a Road Glide with a trike conversion on the rear. Your standard cruiser is going to be Softail, Street
So
Bob,
many.
Lowrider, Lowrider S, Lowrider ST, your Breakout, your Fat Boy, and your Heritage Classic.
Bro, I did not realize they made so many bikes. Oh my god.
Yep.
We're gonna need like a Harley family tree or something to see
Mm-hmm.
what's.
Yep.
That would be a hilarious episode, like work our way through the family tree to the top. It would take
Right.
the whole episode.
Yeah,
Oh my
the standard,
goodness.
the Road Glide and Street Glide are both $25,999, so they're 26 grand.
That's not
Not
like
bad.
insane. Like
No.
it's expensive. I'm not saying it's not expensive, but like
It is.
it's
It is expensive.
it's under what a car costs. So that's not terrible. Oh my god.
Not really. There's a lot of cars that
okay.
get cheaper.
And compared to
Yeah,
the
fair.
CVO, it's not.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
My car right now was cheaper than the CVO.
Is the CVO
okay,
just
so
kind of like everything installed, or is it actually like another level of the bike?
no, there's a button instead of
Like-
add all to cart. It's CVO, and you just click the CVO button, and it goes check 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 check.
So the CVO is like there's a CVO Street Glide and there's a CVO Road Glide and there's a CVO Road Glide ST. They are three separate models. The CVO is like their custom vehicle operations, I think is what it's called.
Ah,
And like it's typically historically it has been like sound systems, crazy paint jobs, like big wheels, like mainly visual stuff, not really performance oriented at all. Where the ST is pure performance.
okay.
Hmm.
So I guess what I'm asking is, can you upgrade to a CVO? Like, could you mod a regular to a CVO, or is it like it's on its own tier type of thing?
It's really on its own tier.
Okay.
There's some like electronic things that the CVO has that's different than the standard model. There's even like the standard models use the 121 with VVT. The CVO ST removes VVT. Variable valve timing.
Okay. Got it.
Think VTEC.
I wish I had a thing that made all the math stuff pop up, so I could just be like, I don't like the idea on bikes, and this is not just Harley, this is anybody. If you're adding, you have the bike model, right? The Road Glide, cool. You have the Road Glide ST, so it has that like that letter identifier. I don't think there should ever be a situation where you have double letter identifiers, right? It should not be
Wait, you're not
something
a fan
something.
of the Subaru Impreza WRX STI RA18 edition?
No.
All right, it would
No, I
actually
am
be
not.
a Subaru Impreza WRX STI RA S208.
See, that's dumb. Like
Uh-huh.
we should not do that. Like you are just
Agreed.
you are asking to confuse people because like I'm like, okay, so CVO is like everything. Okay, cool. So what's ST? Right? So
Like-
you're saying CVO is basically mostly visual stuff and like external shit, and ST is performance driven stuff.
Correct. So you can get
But why
like
would performance not be in Por qué no los all? You know what I'm saying?
Because like the standard CVO Road Glide has like really, really tall bars and like a different front fender on it and a totally different exhaust and a different sound system and a different windshield.
Mm-hmm.
You know, essentially the CVO stuff is, hey, we're gonna, as Harley, we're gonna take a Road Glide or a Street Glide, and we're gonna put a bunch of really cool, you know, accessories that we offer anyway onto this bike, and you can buy it
Yeah.
like that. And then the
Okay.
ST is the same division. So if I think of like Dodge with SRT or Nissan with Nismo, Honda with their Type R stuff, you know, it's like the division that makes the bike is the CVO division. The ST is the like Sport Tourer, I think is what it stands for. I have no idea what it stands for, but
Interesting.
that would make sense.
Yeah. Okay, cool.
It's a
So
fucking rocket ship, I'll tell you that.
speaking of rocket ships, have you ridden any other bikes that are similar, like comparable to that?
I mean, I've ridden like a Road King.
Have you ridden a Goldwing?
Yeah, but it
Would
was
you
an
compare a
old gen.
Goldwing to that?
No, not at all. This thing, no.
Why not? It's a sport tourer.
Yeah, but this thing is more sport than tour, and the Goldwing is more tour than sport.
No, sport tourer. You can be on one side or the other, but you can still be a sport tourer.
I mean,
So
Goldwing's
Go
more
ahead.
comfy.
yeah, I mean, this thing
the
has
big comfy,
The
some
big
say.
comfy.
this thing has a rain mode, a road mode, a sport
Okay.
mode, a race mode, race plus.
It has race plus. Why?
Why is it doing math?
Okay.
Race plus.
Yeah.
Race plus
Does
is
it have a
no-
race minus?
Race plus is no traction control, no ABS,
Front or rear? Oh wait, traction control. Yeah, that doesn't make sense. Sorry.
no
What's
traction
ABS?
control, no ABS, and normally Harleys use linked braking. So if you press the rear brake, it'll also
Okay.
apply a little bit of front. If you do the front brake, it'll apply a little bit of rear.
We love stuff linked.
The Race Plus disconnects that, so like you can back it in if you want to, and
Yeah, if you're, a
Kyle
casual
Travis
guy and want
was
to back
backing
in
it
your
in.
$47,000 bike, yeah, back that bitch in. See what happens.
yeah,
That's
My
what she
God.
said.
Oh wow, man, you guys catch stuff I don't even catch.
but watching Travis
Okay.
and Kyle and like James Rispoli was there from the team as well, like back these bikes in is crazy to watch.
I think anybody backing any bike in is crazy to watch.
Yeah,
Period.
but an
Much less some
800-pound
giant
cruiser.
bagger.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's absolutely nuts. Okay,
terrifying.
so you spent all these laps around a track on this, like, track Harley, which just as a term is I find hilarious. After all that, do you have a general idea of who you would say that this bike is for? I imagine it's not.
I'm on.
What
I'm
is
trying to get my camera to focus. My camera's
Oh.
dumb. and it doesn't get to focus.
We're trying to get you to focus.
Right? Fucking ADHD, baby.
So after all the time you spent on the bike, granted, you only spent track time on this bike. You didn't spend street time, but do you feel like you have a general idea of who you would recommend for this motorcycle or recommend this bike to?
I was talking to a buddy, and basically it is doctors, lawyers, and people of the 1% that want a track bike.
That's fair.
That want a track bike?
Yep.
Okay, please elaborate on that.
Well,
I mean, it's
probably
40
a track bike.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
$43,000. No normal person is spending that to like take this to the track.
Okay. So who would buy this that only does street riding? Is there an argument for this as a street bike?
I mean, it's super fucking cool.
It's a.
Like it's
Is it a status bike?
I don't know. It might be. My buddy Joseph just bought one, and he won't shut up about it. And like it's really really cool, and it's a lot of fun to ride. And honestly, I found it more comfortable than the Road Glide and the Street Glide.
Interesting. And
Reason I
you
say
you
that-
spent all day on it, and you spent all day on the others. So like
Mhm.
you spent the same amount of seat time. Do you think any of that had to do with the fact that you were on track versus you were on road?
No, like the The ST uses a smaller style floorboard. I don't like floorboards in general. They like
Okay.
make my knees do like they just put my body in a weird position that I don't like.
Yep.
And the other ones have larger floorboards. This seat is a little further, like it's deeper front to back. Whereas the one on the Road Glide, the Street Glide, is a little shorter, so I was pushed forward a little bit more than I wanted to be, which kind of made the angle at my hips and my knees not great.
Okay.
So I found this to be more comfortable, but like, you know, I think who this bike is for is probably somebody, an intermediate or advanced rider. Like I would not recommend this to a beginner, obviously. Like assuming if you won the lottery, you didn't give a shit about money, whatever, you don't care what it costs. This is not a bike for a beginner.
Gotcha. Money aside, even then, you wouldn't. Do you think, like, even because it has rain mode, right?
Like it has
So you wouldn't even
customizable
recommend
modes.
it?
Like I mean, yeah, but who buys a bike to leave it in rain mode all the time?
Well, so like I just see the only reason I asked that, and I don't agree with this, but I see the comments on first rides a lot on the same level, the intermediate to advanced bikes. I see comments of like, why don't you just get this motorcycle and keep it in rain mode? And it's like, okay. But some rain modes are terrible. Like some rain modes
are ass.
do not slow you down at all.
Yeah, the rain mode on this slows you down a good bit. It's like this thing has a 6-axis IMU in it. Even the base Road King and Road Glide and Street Glide both have it as well. It's like
Road Glide.
It should
Right.
for that price.
It's got cornering ABS. It's got traction control. It's got front and rear independent ABS. It has, like basically stability control built into it. If you start putting in a bunch of stupid inputs, it'll try to correct itself.
Okay. I mean, yeah, that like Ghost said, I would kind of expect all of that stuff if I'm paying even the even the base price. If I'm paying that for a motorcycle, then I mean, like the shit you're gonna get over on the Japanese side of things, or the Chinese side of things at this point, like is going to be crazy comparative.
Oh yeah. Like if you're an intermediate rider or if you are an advanced rider, I think you'd really, really enjoy this bike. It's got 320 millimeter floating wave rotors on the front with Brembos. With Brembo monoblocks.
It might need those to slow that big bitch down, though.
Dude, it stops on a dime. It's wild. It's got a 300 millimeter rear rotor with a Brembo.
Wow.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like
okay, that's
a big
huge.
boy.
Brakes wise, it's not fucking around. But
well, like, I guess the cruisers always, they need a bigger rear brake anyway, though. So I guess that does make sense.
Yeah, but like 145 torque, 142 torque, 125 horsepower.
Not a slouch.
Yeah, boogies.
So was it like authentically quick, or was it like quick for a cruiser? You know what I mean?
We didn't get out of fourth gear, and I did in one of the sessions hit triple digits.
Nice.
And like got there quickly and was like, oh shit.
Yeah, that track didn't seem that big. It seemed like a medium-sized track.
Half of the track.
Oh, they had you guys on a little section. Oh, okay.
Oh, is that why you did the turnaround?
No, we did like a weird like little figure eight, and that's just they wanted to show off the slow speed handling of the bike, which honestly, like the minute you stand that thing up, it feels super light.
Yeah, but it's
like,
what 800 pounds though.
Right yeah, it's 800 pounds. It's 8. I think it's 829 wet.
Oh, he's sharing.
Okay, so this is Las Vegas Motor Speedway.
Yeah, so you want to go to like Las Vegas Motor Speedway outside road course is what it's called. So it's actually outside of that area.
Oh. Hold on. We're going to Google Maps.
Yep. Maps.google.com or just Google Maps. That'll work.
I'm going to Google how to get to Google Maps. Yeah. It's so meta, Chase.
That's all I'm trying to do.
Zoom out a little bit and go left. The left that isn't right. That's the outside road course.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh. Holy cannoli, Batman.
So
if you guys are just listening to this, I'm sorry, but I'm on Google Maps looking at this thing. All right, so what were you saying, Pat?
So put your cursor down by the L of Las Vegas Motor Speedway. That's like pit road. So we went straight all the way down that straightaway.
Right.
Which is north. And then we kind of went through that S section, that big wavy part. So keep going straight. Yep. And then we took the
Okay.
left there at the fork.
Okay.
Came down. That's where we did our little U-turn shenanigan. Or no, a little further down. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. Keep coming. That's where the little U-turn thing was.
Okay, and then you come back to here.
Nope. We
Okay.
kept going down.
Oh, you did
And-
the U-turn was like a double U-turn. Right,
Yep,
right,
correct.
right.
Like a little double
Okay,
U-turn.
double U-turn.
Yep, kept coming down, and then stayed left at the next fork. We went up and down that way.
And then what, connect here or back here?
Nope, down at the very bottom.
Dang, dude, you guys got like a ton of
was-
track.
Yeah, it was solid. It was not bad at
Okay,
all.
so this is your route.
Yep, rumble on the inside, left, right, left. Big long sweeper, got up to mid 80s back there, if not faster, and then braked for the double U-turn.
Yeah.
Okay,
Man,
down.
you guys got some fun turns. Holy shit, I want to do this.
That was a great time. It was a lot
Yeah,
of
for
fun.
sure. Did you scrape any peg on this?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Like constantly.
I would imagine so. Yeah.
Like the first 2 sessions, not so much, but as I got comfortable and kind of figured out what the bike wanted and where it wanted to lean, and I kind of talked to Travis a good bit, who is like my coach while I'm there, right?
Did they separate you guys into groups and one guy was okay,
Mhm.
cool. That's neat.
Yeah, basically. And then we ended up like working on body position, which was super cool. Like basically champ school. It was champ school on a Harley, is what happened.
Do you feel like you came back a better rider?
For like track riding, 100%.
Describe what you mean by track riding and not specifically road riding.
I feel like just like body positioning to go faster is really what we focused on, because I kind of like they very much preach like cover your rear brake, cover your clutch, things like that, or cover the front brake, cover the clutch, cover the rear brake if you can. Eyes up, look ahead, look way through a turn. That's stuff that I know from growing up on dirt bikes and also, racing cars over the years. That's kind of
Right.
ingrained in me anyway, so like that wasn't really new information for me.
Mhm.
But like, how when you're stopping, you grab that first 5% of brake to preload the suspension and the tire, and then you can put as much brake as you want into it.
Mhm.
That's pretty that's pretty standard champ school stuff, and also just standard racing stuff. The big thing for me was body positioning, because body positioning on that was a little funky. Obviously, it's a cruiser.
What was that?
Feet's way in front of you, so it's just kind of
Yeah.
odd. But that was the big thing that got me quicker throughout the day and more comfortable, was just getting used to the body position. And so the session 4 and 5, I was just annihilating the squealer tabs on left and right side.
Oh, left and right?
Because
So
it's funny,
just left no man.
we had talked about, I think before I left, that I was like, I have a mental block about scraping the right side
Mhm.
of my peg, and that's apparently a common thing for people. And
Yep.
by the end of that, I was scraping left and right. So much so, and I stayed on the one bike all day. So Casey with the race team set up the suspension for me.
When did he set the suspension up for you?
Like before the first session.
Oh, so you started with good suspension. So you don't
Yeah,
have okay.
Yeah, correct. We started the day with like, hey, we're gonna crank the preloads up, not to max, but pretty close, because I'm a big dude. I'm 325 pounds. I'm a big fella. These,
Mhm.
Inverted front Showa forks and the Showa double Showas on the rear with external reservoirs. They say Harley-Davidson on them. They are built by Showa. So they really did a good job of, between Brembo and Showa, and going with good brands for their components, which is great.
Yeah.
But basically, we got by the end of the second session, we had the preload dialed and had started working on the compression. And then we got compression dialed. By the end of the day, we had the rebound also dialed.
When you say we got that dialed by the end of the day, what physically was happening? Like you would go out and do a couple laps and then come in and
So I would
tell him
go
how
out,
it's feeling, or
go out, do the session, and then come in and talk to Casey about what I was feeling on the bike. And he was like watching, and he could kind of tell what was happening just by looking at it.
I have a thing for 2024. I want to get to a point where I understand suspension way better, which is why I'm asking questions, because up until this point, I've had a couple bikes where I had the suspension like set for me, and I understand how crazy of a difference there is, but I still have no idea. Like compression, rebound, preload, I don't know anything. So
well, we could definitely make a great video on that. That'd be fun. We can make a video on
yeah,
that
that's my kind of goal, is I want to look into it more, cuz like to make a video on stuff, I feel like I have to know it like relatively well. So I need to start that process so that I can because I have to figure out how to say it in a dumb way to make sense. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, understandable. It's, to take something that's, because suspension is not a uncomplicated thing. It is very, very complex. So to take it and kind of, I don't want to say dumb it down, but boil it down to something that is relatable and understandable is definitely interesting.
Ghost, do you find? Oh, that's our thing. Okay, never mind. To hell with you, Ghost.
Wait, what do I find?
I was curious to hear if you are like, I've heard a lot of people be like, you feel more comfortable leaning farther on the left side of the bike than you do leaning on the right side of the bike.
Yeah, I'm the same way.
Do you find that?
Yeah, left is always easier.
Yep.
Yeah, because your throttle hand is out here and it's easier to modulate. But if you're in like this, your hand's in a less like easily controllable throttle situation. Yep. It's super interesting. Okay. We're gonna move along because Ghost gave me the gong. Yeah. Okay, so we get to do the quick shifter? Oh my gosh. Yes.
Yeah, it's about that time, so
it's about that time, ladies and gentlemen.
All right, so let me go ahead and cue it up. We're going to our quick shifter. Yay!
Welcome to the quick shifter. It's our favorite time of the week. Do you want me to have my screen sharing up for this?
You can leave it. I've got it hidden.
Okay.
I did some
things. Okay, cool.
I'm going to be super delayed. I can't see it.
All right, I'm going to do that right here. Okay, so first up for the quick shifter, the electric vehicle team at MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology, is focusing efforts on a hydrogen-powered motorcycle following in the footsteps of Kawasaki and Yamaha.
Huh.
Cool.
I'm going to be honest. I really wish we would just focus on one thing and really knock that out of the park. And then, I don't know, I feel like we're dividing too many ways with the hydrogen stuff. I don't know. I see electric being the way we're going, or hybrid, not hydrogen. But that's just me.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about like standing on a bottle of compressed hydrogen that's going to blow up.
Boom.
Also that. With a mic drop.
Enough, like that's going to explode.
All right, next up, not good for Suzuki. They have another issue of stop sale on the new GSX 8R due to a chain issue where they may not have been riveted properly. The recall affects about 360 units, which is about 20% of the total of bikes. Check your VIN numbers, people.
No! God.
Last time they had a stop sale on the Busa for something, the brakes or something like that. So,
I mean, like on one hand, good for them, and not just like letting it be a thing. But you can't keep doing that on the chain, dude. The chain will ruin your day. Oh my god!
Yeah,
that's such a good.
All right.
That's the best Suzuki I've ever ridden. I'm sorry. God.
Yeah. Last up here, coming to the U.S. in late fall as a 2025 model year, the CF Moto Ibex 450, or the 450 MT as it's known internationally, will be available for an MSRP of $6,499.
No fucking shot. $6,000?
As I've been riding my Super T this week, I've been debating if I want to wait for that or get a T7.
Wait, hold. Okay. I can't sidetrack the entire show. I'm sorry. I want to so badly right now, but I will not.
Well,
I
I'll revisit it later.
well, that's okay. Here's what I thought we could do. Now that we've been through the main headlines, we'll have what I'm going to call the quick shifter cool down, where we can revisit a topic for a couple minutes if there's something you just have to get
Thank
off
you.
your chest.
okay, hold on. So what was the price of that Ibex 450?
It was
65.
6,000 what?
6,499.
6,500. Okay. So what competitors are in the 450 area for a mid, like a low ADV? Is there?
I'm trying to think of the big brands. I mean, there's the CB500, or was it the NX500 now rebranded, but that's more road
Right.
focused.
In X500, you've got like the Honda 450 SS or the 450L.
Like
Yeah, that's
just
more like dual sport then. Kind of have to.
Yeah.
so just for just a general idea. God, a T7 is
11
10.8.
basic. Yeah.
Yeah, it's basically 11. It is $4,000 more than an Ibex 450. And I'm not obviously they're not like one for one comparisons, but like, and the T7 has like a lot of glory behind it. People are loving that thing. But dude, I've told Pat this multiple times. The CF Moto's 450 engine right now is literally one of my top 3 engines. I think it is an absolutely phenomenal platform, and I hope they put that bitch in literally everything. We've already got the 450 SS, which is a fantastic little sport bike. We've got the NK 450, an amazing little naked. It literally feels like a mini MT-07. It's just as fun, just as everything. So I am very excited for the little Ibex 450.
Yeah,
I assume they're going to call it
Moto
Ibex.
claims it's a middleweight ADV.
okay.
I don't know if I agree with that, but I mean, if you say that, it's going to have to compete with a T7. So like you're putting it in a pretty competitive category.
I mean, outside of power, it has fully adjustable KYBs front and rear. It's got a 21-inch front, 18-inch rear. They're tubeless. It's got a 31.5-inch seat height.
But does it have cruise control, Patrick?
No, because it's not a fucking bike that's supposed to have cruise control.
That's fair. No, I'll give it that. It shouldn't have. It doesn't need cruise control. Or,
No.
I won't say that.
No, it doesn't.
Huh. Okay. Okay. We could do a whole episode diving into that. We can't do it right now.
175 kilograms. So 175 times 2.2.
Give us some LBs, boy.
We don't like that metric stuff unless it's CC.
385 pounds.
That's light.
It's light.
Wow.
That is. I'm not worried if I drop the bike light. Because 385, and then you're gonna put probably 15 to 20 with like not gear, but like luggage and stuff. If you were gonna like go and do some shit, so like right above 400.
Man, that's good.
I don't plan on selling my Ibex 800, but if I got a loaner 450 Ibex and it was that good, it might legitimately be a conversation.
Yep.
Huh. Interesting.
It's got 200 millimeters of suspension stroke front and rear. That's great.
What's the
traction control and
we can
ABS
dive into the details later. We can dive into the details on another episode. Maybe we can do like a Chase's next ADV bike. Okay, so
Goonie mentioned a good one. The KTM 390 Adventure might be in the ballpark, but it's almost the same thing because of.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
Yeah, but what's that thing
KTM
cost? 10 grand?
390. Yeah, it's gonna be so much more expensive. There's no shot. Oh my god! Accept all the cookies. We'll take the cookie jar. Jesus. All right, I'm on the KTM 390 Adventure page.
Oh, yeah, but KTM doesn't advertise their pricing because it's so out of fucking. It's just so
Cool.
ridiculous.
I'll ask Google.
It's
Oh, wait, I can't.
$7,400. $7,399.
So $900 more.
I mean, that's more competitive than I thought. Like $1,000. KTM versus CF Moto. A lot of people will go KTM for that. You know, only $1,000 more. That's fair. Okay.
Yeah,
we should.
I don't think the 390, in my opinion, is not a true adventure bike.
Okay, conversation for another time.
Yeah.
You're saying ballsy things here.
It's too low to the ground. It's too tiny. It does not have good suspension stroke. It doesn't have good enough brakes.
He didn't hear you.
Pat has muted me. I'm like, let's talk about that later. Goes into his argument.
Yeah, 100%. I'm an asshole. Yeah, Abby.
Hey Google, turn the office orange. In support of KTM.
Listen, you bougie bitch.
Oh, it did a thing behind you.
Oh,
Exactly, it did.
Yeah, there it is.
Booty with the 12 months. Woo-hoo! Smart Chinese Showdown. Cove 450 versus Ibex 450. Rand versus Andy plus Ghost on a Ruckus ADV. Why don't I get to be a part of that? I just said I want to have an Ibex 450.
And you're right.
Come on. I am interested. So I watched a video from Everride's channel. If you guys don't know, he's been making content for long as shit. But he makes ADV content, and he got he got a Cove 450, and he has been like singing the praises. And I think I was messaging Randrew in Discord, and he was talking about getting a Cove 450 or about to get one. And I had never really heard of Cove. I looked into them, and I'm like, oh shit, these guys make some really cool bikes too. Like the bike market is literally is being put in a jar and just shaking around right now, and I absolutely love it.
You can come see that bike at SmartCon.
You get a nice job with getting it in there. I appreciate that. There's too many. There's too many to have. Yeah, I think the market is interesting. Okay, we're going to talk about Harleys now. And guys in the chat, if you guys have any questions for Pat, drop them, and we'll spend some time in the chat talking with you guys for a minute and making sure we give y'all all the beautiful attention that you deserve. CF Moto has given you about every other model you'll get an iBet.
I hope so.
I hope so. I hope so.
At least as a loaner.
At least as a loaner. Yeah, I do feel positive that they'll probably get us a loaner. They've been really cool about getting us loaners. A lot of people have been asking about the 800 NK. We are going to get one of those, but we're having to time out our loaners. So, excuse me, I believe we should be.
Is Cove and CF Moto the same company?
There's no way. No. Why would they do that?
They also their nakeds are also the NK series.
I mean, NK naked is kind of.
Well, Yamaha also uses MT.
I mean, they have an 800X and 800X Rally. Their 500 Euro 5 looks exactly like the old Adventura.
Interesting controversy.
They look like KTM engines.
Small bore, can't wait for the Papio SS 1 month review. I have filmed it, and it is in the editing bay at this point. I'm not sure when we have the calendar set up for that to come out.
I can tell you.
Papio Bros.
Papio Bros. Yeah, that little Papio is like I took it out to. I literally went on a ride to go get a photo that we use for a community post because like I just wanted to go like spend some more time on it, and you get so many looks on that Papio SS. It's fucking hilarious. People are. To be fair, I did have my Stormtrooper helmet on, so I couldn't tell if people were looking at me for the Stormtrooper helmet or the Papio SS. But the Papio SS seems to get a lot of looks, which is always interesting.
That is the safest helmet you can wear.
Because there's no way I'm hitting anything.
There it is.
There it is. I saw the comment.
He is a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, absolutely. I have seen every one of them multiple times. I categorize myself as a fan. Get the CF Moto guys back on top breaking news. Just so you know, I need you to find out the deets on the 765 SS. Get us the inside scoop. What is the 765 or 7?
That's their
675 SS.
That's their 3-cylinder sport bike.
Yeah, that's their.
Wait, a CF Moto?
Yeah.
Yeah, we talked about this.
Yeah.
Whoa! Pause.
Yeah,
I'm looking this up.
Yeah, it's a thing. I believe it's a 3-cylinder.
Did I just forget about this? What?
It's a triple. It's a 675 triple. Yeah, initial stuff I saw on it this year, it looks crazy.
Dude, hold on. Are we sharing my screen?
Yep.
Like, bro, look at the the freaking brake
Uh-huh.
cooling vent.
Wow.
Holy snap.
I guess that's their
Oh,
camouflage type of fairings on it.
yeah. Yeah, but it's low key kind of cool. So
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, what do we have here? Bro, that is the coolest shit. It looks like we've got winglets right here. This is just goes to show that you really like this graphic makes it so you can't see anything because you have to look really close to see the graphics here or the winglets. What else do we have? The brake duct thing that seems to be the most like standout. Um, kind of same shape as their SS line because obviously we have two of the SSs here. Oh, we did get a super chat. Oh, thank you, Hobbit of Chaos. Only super chat. Hobbit coming to SmortCon 24 by April should have a place in Lagrange. Also, can we see Patty on a Grom? Also,
Yeah.
the Yamaha. Also, the Yamaha T7 looks like a nice ADV bike for smaller riders such as myself.
I'll
The
tell you right
T7
now,
seems
that
tall.
T7's tall as fuck.
It is tall.
Yeah, it's very tall. I don't know if it would be good for a shorter rider.
I don't flat foot a T7 with a 32-inch inseam.
Damn.
Yeah. That T7's tall as hell.
It doesn't sag though when you sit on it.
I mean, a little bit, but not a lot.
Oh, okay. Man, I cannot wait. So I'm a huge fan of the general design of all the CF Moto bikes. So I'm super excited to see what this thing looks like. This is going to be great. And if it's as good as the 450 engine, God, that's going to be awesome.
You see, it's gonna make 75 torque. Did you see that? Scroll down. Scroll down. Right there. CF Moto claims 73.7
over
pound-feet.
100 horsepower and 73
per
foot-pounds of
liter.
torque. The hell does that mean? Whatever. Weird. I'm excited
we
for
gotta do
this.
more math. So getting it
No,
back
we're
on,
not doing math.
getting it back on topic.
Yeah, going
how does this bike
back to
compare to the
Harleys.
Harleys that you rode?
Well, it's tiny and it's Chinese and it's doesn't have nearly the horsepower to torque.
It's
not gonna
basically
be
the
comfortable.
opposite.
Or the cost?
Or it costs 10% as much.
Okay, so Pat, take us through now you've got the experience on the track for day 1, but let's go to day 2 because you were there for a multi-day event. Day 2, you rode the regular street glide and the regular road glide. We're going all the way back to the Harley day. What was your street day look like? How'd that go?
The street day was super cool. We left out of the hotel probably about 9:30. Oh god, Paige is in chat talking about her Grom. I have a video of me riding that Grom, so maybe one of you you'll maybe one day find it. It's on the internet, I'm pretty sure. But
so the searching begins.
bring it, nerds.
Ghost just his face went white. It just like a new screen popped up. That man is actively on the hunt right now.
Yep.
Anyway,
but left out of the hotel probably 9:30 or so after breakfast. Basically, because we're in Lake Las Vegas, about 30 to 40-minute drive outside of like Las Vegas proper, we turned left out of the. Why are you putting gloves on?
I wanted to see if it would still work if I did the gloves.
Apparently not.
Chase has lost focus
They were on
now.
my desk. For some reason, somebody put gloves on my desk today. Pat, I'm looking at you. Well, gloves are on my desk, so I had to put them on.
Are those your de-rigging gloves? Are those the camera car rigging gloves?
No, they're the I'm cold and I want gloves.
Oh, I didn't.
Anyway,
that's what the space heater is for.
Lake Las Vegas, continue.
But yeah, just north out of Lake Las Vegas, and immediately like not 3 minutes from the hotel, like some of the most gorgeous views Like, if you told me 3 minutes after leaving the hotel that we time traveled and we're 150 miles away from anything, I would believe you. Like,
Yeah, some of the photos I saw you guys like post, it looked like you were on these like giant, crazy like desert mountain road things. Like what was
basically, that's exactly what we were.
that's awesome. And
Yeah,
that was
it
only
was
you said like 3 miles from there?
3 minutes, like a mile and a half, if that. Like, turn
Oh,
left
shit.
out of the hotel parking lot, follow that
Right.
street to the end of the road, maybe a half mile, turn left, you go over the hill, and it's just like the Wild West frontier.
That's awesome. I'm very jealous of how cool that looked.
Yep, super cool. So then we followed that road for a while, scooted up to Lake Mead, which, for those who don't know, is like the Hoover Dam is what created Lake Mead.
The Hoover Dam is what created Lake Mead. I feel like people would have created the Hoover Dam. So people created Lake Mead?
Yeah, correct.
Damn.
Interesting.
Boo. Boo this man. Boo this man, chat.
Look, if a company's
Careful.
gonna send me stuff, I have to show it off.
No, that's fair.
This smells brand new.
It's weird. It's like you got them today. Strange.
Sorry, I'm super happy with my new gloves. Y'all continue.
He's sniffing highlighters.
Yeah, I'm the one with ADHD. Okay. But we ended up like going up to Lake Mead, cruised around for a good long while, went through some just crazy vistas, and then had lunch, and then scooted up through the Valley of Fire State Park.
That sounds like a scary place. Were you scared to go there?
No, it was super cool. It was super
cool.
Sorry, I was reading chat. ADHD.
Yeah, no shit. God. Trying to do a podcast over here. I'm like, oh,
I'm trying to
really?
read chat.
Tell me more about that. It was cool.
Yeah. No, I mean,
Thanks,
like, it was,
Pat. Really appreciate that.
Hard
it was
stop.
kind of. Well, I don't want to give too much because the video's got to come out. People have got to have a good.
These dudes are gonna watch the shit out of that video. If anything, they're gonna want to watch it more after you tell them. Just a little sprinkle some fairy dust on them.
These are the people that matter.
Yeah, there are multiple times while
Didn't
watching.
say it.
Multiple times while riding, I was looking at the bike and paying attention, and then I'd look up and be like, "Oh, I'm on another fucking planet." Oh, okay, all right. Like, it's just you go
That's
from
nuts, man.
like desert, like sandy, dusty desert to like Wild West kind of like shrubbery everywhere, and then the next thing you know, you're like these giant pillars of red rock. It's like,
Dude, one of my favorite things on press launches is to have no idea where I'm going, and then on the ride just be like, where the fuck is all of this? It's like you don't realize how different the United States is until you go ride in different parts of it, and you're like, bro, it's like a different fucking world. Like, truly, it's nuts.
different planet.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was bananas. It was just absolutely gorgeous, and it was just really, really, really interesting more than anything of just how different the climate is on the other side of our country.
Was it cold in the morning? Like, how did the temperature change versus the morning and the afternoon?
It's probably low 60s, high 50s in the morning, but then like the minute you kind of got out of the shade and out into the vastness of big sky country where there's no shade anywhere, it was like 75 and sunny, beautiful. It was great.
Actually 75 and sunny.
Yeah,
And
actually
unlike 65 and sunny here.
Yeah.
I blame Yanto.
I blame Yanto as well. That's awesome. Okay, so what was your favorite part about the road day overall?
I think just getting to kind of really spend a lot of time on the bikes. Because I feel like there's a lot of press launches where like you stop a lot. We really we left, we stopped at like a rest area to stretch and like basically hang out for a minute and kind of discuss what's going to happen next.
Right.
Then we rode for like an hour and a half or 2 hours to the lunch spot. Ate lunch. Rode another probably 45 minutes to like a media spot where we did a bunch of the filming and stuff you'll see in the video.
Yeah.
And then rode probably another 30 to 45 minutes to the final stop of the day and then rode like the hour and a half back. Like it
I
was a
imagine that was all
lot of riding.
intentional to give you guys just a lot of time on the bike. Because I mean, like bikes that are that big and that capable are like they're the bikes you get to do like a cross country type situation. So I would imagine
100%.
it's intentional to be like, hey, we're gonna plan this so that they can really get some time in. Because like
Gave some
there's
shot.
certain stuff on a bike like that you're not going to really appreciate or understand until on any other bike your ass would just be killing you by the end of the day.
Yeah. I mean, exactly. Like I think, when we did for reference, the Royal Enfield launch, I don't think we were on the bike at any point for more than like half an hour or 45 minutes. They
Oh
had,
wow, so so you got polar opposite press launches then.
yeah, we're like the Harley one, like we pulled into one of the things and like we kind of like most everybody just stayed on the bikes.
Mm-hmm.
Like very few people were at one of the stops. Very few people were getting up and walking around.
Yeah,
It was like I'm gonna
that's
sit
awesome.
continue to fiddle with it.
What you go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Between the road glide and the street glide, for the people that aren't familiar, how would you describe the differences and the similarities between those two?
So there are two major differences between those bikes. Everything else is the exact same for the
Okay.
2024 model. The difference is the front fairing and the accoutrement associated with that, and the handlebars, which also has to do with the front fairing. That's it.
Okay.
So everything behind that, where that the frame and gas tank come together, is exactly the same.
Okay.
All of
So
the
seat,
controls are
rear,
the same.
swing arm,
Seats the same,
everything.
swing arm same, suspension's all the same.
Got it.
Like all of the controls on the handlebars, exact same. It's literally just the bend of the handlebar and then the
Okay.
fairing. So with the Street Glide, the fairing is attached to the front forks, so it moves with the steering, and it's
Okay.
it's a very flat bar that's kind of like it's turned back. I don't want to call it a beach bar, but like it makes you kind of put your elbows down. And because of that, like the fairing is very short, the handlebars are kind of low and close to you. For
Right.
me, it felt very claustrophobic.
Interesting. A
Yeah.
bike that big made you feel claustrophobic.
Yeah, and I think what that is, the same issue I have with the Road King is that like the handlebars are super low and the dash is really close to you.
Mm-hmm.
So like when you turn the handlebar, like your dash is moving a lot
Yeah.
with your handlebar, and like my hands were like maybe 5 to 6 inches above my knees. Like it's a
Whoa, the
very
handlebar comes back
strange
that far.
that far, and it's that low.
Ugh.
Yeah, I was like, I
Huh.
get it, like for smaller folks and for like, yeah, that's it for smaller folks. Really, I guess that's kind of the point of that. I don't know. I didn't like it at all.
So
I got
you would, and that's that you're talking about the street glide.
That's the Street Glide. The Road Glide, the fairing and everything is mounted like to the bike. Your steering turns independently of your fairing.
Mm-hmm.
Because of that, your screen is really far in front of you, which I like a lot. It gives
Right.
the Road Glide, you feel like you're sitting in the bike. The Street Glide, you
Mhm.
feel like you're sitting on top of it.
Interesting. So, like on a sport bike, I typically prefer the sitting on top of it, but in a cruiser platform, I don't think I would want that. I
Yeah.
would want to feel inside of that big thing. And if I remember the photos correctly, on both the bikes, the seat has that kind of curve upwards
Yeah.
at the back, right?
Yep.
So with the street glide, you're not going to be able to, scoot back some to
No.
kind of fix your position. You're kind of stuck there.
Exactly. That being said, they do offer like a ton of different seats and a ton of different handlebars, and you can do all sorts of stuff to like really mod the hell out of these bikes from the factory,
Right.
which is great. But I much preferred the Road Glide over the Street Glide,
Mhm.
and really even like by feel. And what I mean by that is the Street Glide with the fairing and everything attached to the handlebar, you feel it in the handlebar. The steering feels quite heavy, but there is a benefit to that. I think it feels very very stable. Like the bike's very stable anyway, but you get like that very very stable feeling. Like mid corner, you hit like a bump or anything, like your handlebars aren't going to shake. They're not going to shimmy.
Because it
But
would have to move the entire like weight of
yeah,
the handlebar.
yeah, it's got enough
That's
weight where like
interesting.
in the corner it's extremely stable. But
Yeah.
like to ride and what I prefer is I like feedback out of my steering and out of that front tire. I want to know what's happening down there, right? And I
Right.
think you're very much the same way, if I recall. With the road glide, because it is independent, that steering is a lot lighter, especially at slow
Yeah.
speeds. So like parking lots and making 9-degree turns onto streets or in my own
Right.
driveway. But like mid corner, I'm still feel stable, but I get a lot of feedback, and I don't mean like vibrations and shit like that, but like if I press on the brake, that weight shifts forward. I can feel what that tire is doing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like I don't know what the front tire is doing. I'm just guessing, but it feels stable. I felt like
Right.
the road glide gave me a lot more feedback, which is what I prefer, and the
Mm-hmm.
street glide is more heavy, which feels more stable, like mid corner, I guess, if that's your thing.
So would you, for a taller rider like yourself,
Road glide.
that for whatever reason prefers the street glide over the road glide, would you recommend they get the street glide and modify the handlebars, or
No,
what?
because like there were some guys at the event that like were shorter and preferred the road glide, and there were some guys at the event that were taller and preferred the street glide. Although the vast
Interesting.
majority of the shorter riders preferred the street glide, and the vast majority of the taller riders preferred the road glide.
Well, so I know that on track, the only thing I saw was the Road Glide, CVO Road Glide ST. Is
They
there
don't do a
not a
street.
CVO? Ah,
There is a CVO
okay.
street glide and there's a CVO road glide, but those are like again the cool paint jobs and the big stereos and the cool wheels, not
Right.
performance oriented.
So there's no performance-oriented high-level street glide.
Correct.
Interesting.
So if you look at King of the Baggers, all the Harleys are road glides.
Okay.
The
All of them?
road, all of them. So the very first season, there were a couple of guys trying to do it with street glides, and they
Hmm.
very quickly learned that that's not a good idea.
Are there not
The-
Indians in King of the Baggers?
I mean, there are, but I'm saying of the Harleys that are there, they are all road glides.
Oh, I see. Okay, got it.
Yeah, that is the
Interesting.
preferred. Again, it's just all that extra feedback out of the front end.
Well, yeah, I mean, if you have all of that weight, that sprung weight that the suspension is having to handle on top, like with the fairing and stuff, there's no way you're gonna do some of that nutty shit that the King of the Baggers guys are doing.
Yeah.
With a suboptimal machine like that. You know what I
Now,
mean?
that being said, there are a couple of things I liked better about the street glide. And
Oh,
really,
please continue and tell us those things, or
Yeah.
just say no.
yeah, no, it's the road glide and the street glide both have really cool storage like cubbies. On the road glide, there's
Yeah, you
one on
fit
either
your whole
side.
fucking hand in them, guy.
Go up to your fucking elbow
Literally, if you
almost.
guys haven't seen the video, go watch the video. Patrick's literally sitting on the bike, and he goes, "It's also got these cool cubbies." Hits him with both of his hands. We've discussed Patrick's a bigger dude. Stuffs both of his fucking bear paws into the cubbies. Then
I mean,
the whole hand,
I wear a
the
5XL
whole hand
glove
fits in.
thing, for
It's
example.
nuts.
My goodness.
Like,
I would run out of space to I would run out of things to put in there.
yeah,
You
I
put your
put so
chaps in there.
my phone, my wallet, my
They're
keys,
smaller because they have
and
no
the
ass
water
on them. But
bottle.
anyway.
Phone, wallet, keys, and a water bottle fit in one of those.
That's pretty good.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I love one of the really cool things I like about that they did with that bike is you showed that on the right cubby it had the phone plug,
Correct.
and
So
with
that right
Apple
cubby
CarPlay
is,
you
also
just put
felt.
that shit in there and you don't have to fuck with it.
Yeah, you plug it in and it's just there, and you've got Apple CarPlay. You don't need to be messing on your phone, which eliminates our good friends over at QuadLock, unless you just like to use your
Oh
phone
no, it
for
doesn't.
GPS.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah,
I'm not going to say a single more word because I will get in trouble. But no,
yeah,
it does not.
I prefer to be able to see my phone and screen
People can't
my
tell me stuff
calls.
and I can't say something. Come on, Ghost. You know this.
I know, but it's
Yeah. Now my
But it's-
complaint with the way Apple CarPlay works on that is it takes up half the screen, which fine, but then it makes your
Greedy.
your gauges really small on the other side, and I don't like that.
Oh no, the gauges look great on especially the race mode that you put it in. And it was just fucking right in front of you.
Yeah, looks great. When
Harley
you do
does a
Apple
fantastic
CarPlay,
design.
it ruins how that looks. So that's a
Oh,
great reason
no.
to not.
That would be rough.
I had it plugged in for a session and was like, cool, now I'm done with this. I'll
Yeah,
put my
Harley is
phone-
one of those companies that whoever they have designed their instrument cluster, they do such a good job. It looks fantastic on like all the bikes that I've ridden. Like the Sportster S had it, the Pan America has it. Like they look so good. I love the design they have for like their fonts and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, for sure. And they call it their new Skyline OS, so it's the entire new operating system for that TFT. It's a 12.3-inch touchscreen. It's huge. It's
Like a
massive.
fucking iPad, dude.
Yeah.
Literally an iPad in front of you. That's amazing.
Just absolutely bananas. But
Scrolling pictures while going down the highway.
as we saw at one of our meetings last week, the Street Glide storage option is right in the middle, and it's like a drawer that slides out. It is so nice because you could put, like I said, your phone, wallet, keys, sunglasses, everything into one drawer. You don't have to worry about.
You did show me the drawer, which is ridiculous, but also pretty fantastic. I would give it 4 fingers up.
Oh, there's a sound of. Oh no, it's a ghost sound effect. Okay.
Ghost is just ready on it. He's just ready with the sound. Ghost is gonna have a soundboard literally for the Apple stupid shit that they do.
Nick in chat said Jess at Her Two Wheels was complaining the Apple CarPlay is buggy and kept disconnecting.
Oh, interesting. This is stuff that testing, like this is why you test stuff. You know what I mean? Or like you get user testing.
Yeah, you get user testing, and because the bikes now have Wi-Fi, just like a lot of cars, you can do over the air updates. So if when they get that sorted out, they'll do an over the air update, and it'll be easy peasy.
That's super nice. The last thing I want to do is take it to a fucking dealership to be like, hey, can you plug it into a computer and download one file?
Yeah, versus like I can go to Starbucks and get on the Wi-Fi real quick and let it.
Bro, you could do your phone like a hotspot. Yeah,
that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what kind of service you have or whatever.
Speaking of testing, you know what time it is? It really has nothing to do with the testing.
The ghost tip of the week.
Here we go, fellas.
It's my favorite time of the week. Finally, time for the ghost tip of the week. Yay! That was great. Ghost tip of the week. This is sponsored by Ghost on Two Wheels over on Instagram, of course. Speaking of tips.
Oh, I cut the music.
Sorry. Sorry, I read it. Can't. All right, guys. Ghost tip of the week this week. If you ever break a finger, it'll hurt for a while, but on the other hand, you're fine.
Hold on. Choose your destiny. Hold on. I gotta scan this and see what happens.
Tell us which one you're scanning, left or right.
I scanned the one on the right.
Oh, then I'm just gonna scan the one on the left and see what the hell happens.
Oh, it just
if you guys are listening, there are things that you can scan on the screen. I don't know where they take you, but we're gonna find out.
Opened this stream.
Fair. All right.
Okay. What's the one on the left?
Wait, what did you get, Bat? I went left.
Oh, nice. The one on the right just takes you back to the stream.
Nice. I like the choose your destiny.
Yep.
Okay, that was fun. Ghost, I don't know where you get your ghost tips of the week, but continue, please. They're so great. I love them.
Yeah, but between the two, I'm a road glide person. And I've learned from talking to a lot of the guys at these, there's a lot of Harley people at this event.
Right back into it.
Yeah, 100%. But talking to a lot of people at this event, you're apparently either a street glide or a road glide person. And I am definitely a road glide person.
I haven't ridden either of them, but I do know that I don't like a heavy steering bike in general. So, I think I will automatically be a road glide person, no matter what type thing,
Yeah, that's how I am.
Okay, cool. Thank you for all your information on that, Pat. We appreciate it.
Yeah, there'll be a little bit.
We all look forward to seeing your street glide and road glide video next week. It should be coming out on Thursday, I think. Something like that.
Popio SS 1 month review is Wednesday. That video is Thursday.
That's a ballsy move to see if we can get all that out in 1 week. We'll see if that
Friday. You
do
set
have
the
a first ride
schedule,
coming up
dog. Don't
tomorrow.
at me.
I did. I am re-wondering about that schedule right now. Our editor's been fucking killing it though. He's been absolutely fantastic.
Chris is a G.
Okay, so let's check in with chat one last time before we wrap this show up, boys. You guys see anything in the chat you want to shout out to talk about?
Let's see. I see Dave's been in the chat. What up, Dave?
He said
What
he
are
was
the
going to
R-
go take the R6M to Illinois for an ECU flash and dyno.
Nice.
So
Very
just
I am
nice.
excited. I have I want to keep up with that. I want to see what he does with that thing because Dave has been the first winner of a WBRG bike that the moment he got it, he's like, "Bro, I can't wait to put more shit on it." And I'm like,
He already booked
"Good for
track
you."
days. Already booked
I
multiple
know.
practice.
I know. I love it. I'm so excited for him. I am so happy with the guy that like with him being the guy that won.
Especially someone who's supported for so long. Like
Yeah,
super
exactly. But we had the same situation with the CBRs. We had two of the winners of the CBRs had gold stickers, which is when I did my garage build like 8 years ago. And like I rewatched the video because like I remember the garage build. We'll do a little sidetrack here. I remember doing the garage build, and I basically sold decals to make enough money to put the money into the stuff I wanted for the garage. I had silver decals, as many as I needed, but I only had 250 gold decals. And both two of the CBR winners, the 1000 and the 300, both had gold garage decals.
nice.
So like there's only so many people that can have them. We sold out of them, but like it's kind of nuts, you know what I mean? To have them win, and they've been supporting that long, so that was really cool.
What did it say on the sticker?
Um,
Did it say "You matter"?
no, it did not. That was
Okay.
a different.
Okay.
That was a different decal.
Okay, just checking.
No, it said something like Ultimate Motorcycle Garage or something like that, and the CTW logo or something. It was pretty cool. Ultimate, yeah.
Jay Crozier, the first ride for tomorrow.
Oh, the first ride is KTM's 890 SMT.
Oh,
The glory that it is. Oh my god. Doing that bike for a first ride was a problem. I've not stopped thinking about it.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's honestly a problem. Like I've reoriented my brain of what bikes I need in my garage.
Uh-oh.
Mhm.
Which one would you kick out for that one?
Well, interesting that you ask. I should be like, I'm gonna sell my, and then we stop the show. Like, so SMT, SM Supermoto, T Touring. So I wouldn't need a touring bike. This is all hypothetical. I wouldn't need a touring bike, and I wouldn't need I ride this like a dumbass bike. So, what's my touring bike?
The Ibex.
MT10
Oh.
or the Ibex. What's my do dumb shit on this bike? MT10.
What I'm hearing
But-
is you're ready to although you just painted it gold, so good luck with that resale value.
There's actually
so-
not very many miles on the MT10.
That's
There's
also
not.
fair.
There's really not.
So here's my thing. If I sold my MT10 and after I'm done doing a few more videos on it, sell my Ibex, and I got KTM 890 SMT and 450 Ibex, it might be the perfect setup, honestly. I've already done a track day on the 890 SMT in South Africa. It fucking slays, so I'm good there if I ever want to do that. It's big and I can tour on it. It has cruise control. Boom. If I wanted to go to the mountains, I can get there comfortably and go as fast as I want. Then, if I want to do off-road, I do my Ibex.
Or you throw knobbies on the KTM.
I don't think so. I think that stays my my road warrior, and then anything off road, anything mixed, Ibex 450. I think it might be a perfect setup, boys. Okay, Well, Pat, we appreciate you going through all your info. We're gonna wrap the show up here now, and then we can talk about our ideal garages another day. So if you guys are watching, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're interested, if you like this kind of stuff, and if you guys are new and you missed last episode, we're doing live on OnTwoWheels a little weird this year. We're changing it up. We're trying to give value to our members. It's only $5 a month. And what we're going to do is 1 week, this week, we're streaming live to everybody, anybody. Next week, we are going to do a members only stream. So we are streaming only to our members, and we'll probably, the topics will be more nuanced. You know, we'll dig deeper into some stuff. We don't have to worry about getting as many views. It's just for our members. So we're going to be doing that next week, the 22nd. Yes, February 22nd, members only. So if you haven't become a member and you really enjoy the Thursday shows, now might be a perfect time. Get that little helmet next to your name. And guys, we'll see y'all next week. Thanks for hanging out with us. Make sure to subscribe, like, and do all the cool stuff that helps us grow so we can make more stuff for you guys. Ghost and Pat. Later, dudes.
Y'all have a good one. Y'all be good. Be good at it. You know how it is.
Okay, bye.